Hi, welcome. Today we're going to make a card using the Welcome Fall stamp set and Lovely Fall paper pack from Not Too Shabby. Earlier this month, I created this fall card using the paper pack and ephemera from Not Too Shabby, which is still available. It's called Lovely Fall Ephemera Pack and Lovely Fall Paper. And the stamp set is 4x6 and it's called Welcome Fall. So please go ahead over to Not Too Shabby. I have a discount code in the description box below that you can use to save 10% off your order. What I love about the paper and the ephemera, they are non-traditional fall colors. And I think they're a beautiful palette. And they kind of inspired me to go a little bit non-traditional in this card. So when I was growing up, a child of the 80s, a child of the 70s, there was a very popular TV show called The Waltons. And what I'll always remember is they had a gigantic porch, like one of those wraparound porches with rocking chairs on the front of it. So that's where my mind went when I saw this stamp set. And because it is rustic looking in its own way, I thought this is going to be fun. Let's do this. So I will have a still shot of the Arteza colored pencils that I used so that you can write down the colors in case these are colors that you're interested in using in the future. The orange color that I used is marmalade orange. Green is coyote brown. I used cloud gray and smoke gray. I used Aegean blue, robin egg blue, and periwinkle blue. So I'm going to color the image, and when I stamped the image, I used this parchment style paper that I have in my stash, and I also used VersaFine Clear Nocturne ink. So I was really worried about using colored pencils. I was worried because I was using Gamsol that they would somehow cause the pigment ink to smear. But I used very little Gamsol, just enough that you wouldn't see the lines. All right, so I'm going to color the pumpkins first. And then the pumpkins at the top, which create sort of a banner going overhead. And then I go in and color the stems of the pumpkins, which the color that I picked for the stems is called coyote brown. And it actually was such a cool looking color that I decided to color in some of those flags on that banner that's hanging from the roof. I also used some of my blue to color in the ribbons on the top of this banner. And I just think it looks really cute and reminds me of sort of, again, how things were done in the good old days, old-fashioned times, where people probably did decorate with paper banners, right? Because there wasn't Cricut back then to make all these ritzy vinyl style decorations. So for me, the front porch, the banister railing, the shiplap floor, again, this is what inspired me, folks. Not everybody's going to like this style, but it brought back a lot of good memories for me of watching the Waltons with my family growing up. I decided to color the pillow two tones, which I just did a blue color, and then I go in with a gray, and then the blanket the blanket is just a little bit of a lighter blue, so they're not exactly the same blue, but they're in the blue family. Doesn't this bench look so cozy with the pillows and the little blanket? And I actually add another pillow from the ephemera pack. And I know you probably can't see it, but it's a pillow that features buffalo plaid background, and a truck, an old-fashioned truck, and the truck has pumpkins on it. Super cute. As a matter of fact, that would be a super cute stamp set, just that truck with those pumpkins on the back. It reminds me of a release that Jamie had earlier this year, which was the spring flower truck. But this truck is hauling pumpkins. I just love that old truck. It just looks so old-fashioned. Okay, where are we? All right. Oh, the lantern I colored gray, and then I used the accent of that marmalade orange and some blue on the lantern, and that's it. Not a lot of coloring, and certainly not fancy coloring with all kinds of shading and 10 different colors of one blue shade. It was really straightforward. The stamp set has welcome home, 2 different words, which you can use as one sentiment, but I grabbed just the home, and I'm going to stamp that on this pillow. So it just says home. And then I am going to take the pillow from the ephemera kit and put that on the front panel right beside this pillow. But first, before I start building everything up with foam tape, I'm going to stamp out the sentiment welcome fall. I love this and the style of it. I love the font. I love the little ribbon that is on the side of the word fall, and just like the little branch. Okay, so I love this sentiment. So I went ahead and I grabbed some foam, which is just fun foam, and I adhered that to the back of my colored image, and you can see I already have that little pillow on there, which I did use foam tape to pop up that little pillow. I know it's kind of hard to see, but it's there. And then I used some foam tape to put on the back of my welcome fall, which I, by the way, cut that out with a punch that I have. It's perfect. The punch and that sentiment are perfectly together, even though they're not made for each other. It looks great together, and I'm sure I'll be using that stamp and that punch for many falls to come. So super excited for that. And then I'm just gluing this down to a white card base. And that's it. This is a very simple card to create, and I don't know, it just is one of my favorites. Sometimes simple is good. Sometimes we get really caught up in using every single technique that we can think of, embossing, and there's nothing wrong with that, to do all of those things, but sometimes keeping it simple is very classy as well. And I have to tell you, I took the photo out to my light box, which is basically it's a cube that has all these lights in it, and it helps you get a nice photo even in the middle of the night, because a lot of times when I'm making my cards, I've already put in a full day of work. So my house, it's nighttime and it's dark. So I needed this light box so that I could have a very bright place. But anyways, I'm putting some sequins on right now, and I'm using this really pretty blue color sequins. But anyways, when I went out and took my photo, my son said, "Oh, Mom, that's a really nice card." So I love it when I can catch him off guard. And I mean, sometimes the things that really he sees as a really nice card, I'm glad and I'm thrilled, because I guess it's reassuring to me that there'll be other people that think that too. He's a 16-year-old teenage boy. So that's the highest compliment I can get as a mom and as a card maker, bar none. So that's it. My card's almost complete. I'll have a still shot at the end. You can see my photography inside my light box. You see what I'm talking about. Please head on over to check out the Not Too Shabby shop. There are some great products over there, and you can use my discount code to save 10% off your order. If you're new to my channel, I'd love it if you would like and subscribe. If you're not new to my channel, I'd love it if you would like my video, and I'd love it if you would leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of whenever I said that this stamp set reminds me of the Waltons. And maybe there's someone else that can kind of totally see that as well. Again, leave a comment. I read all your comments. They mean the world to me, as do all of you all who are my subscribers. Thanks so much for watching. Here's a still shot of the finished card. Have a hopeful day. Take care. Bye-bye.